Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the first daily recap that I make, and I've made a few monthly and weekly recaps, but I'm going to start incorporating some daily recaps on days when I either have big days, I catch one nice 9:30 trade and I'm one and done and I want to go over that trade, or maybe when I have big losers. I'm still going to do my monthly recaps, and I'll show some weeks all of the trades that I take during that week because I think that that's really informative and helpful. But I'm definitely going to start doing more daily recaps, just shorter videos, and then the longer videos will be more informative. But today, Tuesday, September 28th, I took a 9:30 Netflix trade, and this was basically an A+ setup for me. I liked it a lot. So on the chart, on the daily chart, we had a lot of activity around the 593 number. So 924 had a high at 592.98. Yesterday, which was 927, had a high at 593.58 and closed at 592.64. So I thought that over 593, this could get to 600 pretty quick, especially because Netflix is a mover. And you'll see right there that I checked, and the 930 high was 589.64. So over that on the ask, I was going to get in because pre-market high was 590. So this looked really good over 590 if it got over 593. And right there we get over on the ask, and I get in 10 contracts. I had a nice fill, and right as I get in, we get over 590. And now I'm looking for a play over 591. My contracts are up decently. They get a nice pop there, but they dropped from 410 to 370. So I didn't like that, but I still wanted to lock in some profits. Sell one, sell another. I sell three right there just to lock in profits, and because the contracts are coming back to my entry, which is a little weird because I had a nice fill and a good buy spot. But right there we hold 590, so there's no reason to panic. But the contracts are still up. So I sold out of half of my position, lock in those profits, almost like 40 cents per contract. So if I had sold all 10 contracts, that's still a $400 trade. But I wanted to get more out of this trade. I really wanted to get this over 593. But if you're a scalper like me, you know how hard it is to hold through that little pullback or consolidation candle, because there's no reason to get out of these contracts because 590 is holding. So that's the level that I need to hold and then continue to the upside. But it's not easy staying in the trade when there's money on the table that I could be making, and I don't know if it's going to continue to push. But that's a low volume candle. It's an inside candle on that 930 candle, and it still looks like buyers are in control because we're holding 590, but we're just waiting now. So I just need to be patient, and if this gets a play over to 593 or over 593, these contracts are really going to start to pay. So I have 40% of my position left, and now I'm just waiting to get over 592 because that was the high of the 930 candle. So right there we get over. I like that. Now I want to see a play over 593. Bids aren't getting into 592, but I'm just going to be patient here. Contracts are up almost $1, so I like that a lot. And let's see if we can get over 593. We get over 593 and right away reject. So I obviously don't like that. That means that that could be a resistance point. I already know that. So I just sold one, and I still have 3 contracts left because I want this play to run. Like right here, I want to see this get over 594. But then again, we reject 593 and then drop 593. So I'm not liking that. It's moving a little weird, but I knew that there was going to be activity around that 593 number because there had been previously on the daily chart, there had been multiple levels around 593. So I sold another there because we dropped 593, and I don't know if this is going to reject here. But I still have 2 contracts left, and I'm going to try to let these 2 contracts run. Right here we're getting close to breaking 594, and I want to see is, and right there we break 594, so I knew I was kind of in the clear. We had broken over that 593 number, and now I thought if we could get over 595, we might see 600. And I know that at this time, SPY and the Qs were down, but there was still a lot of strength on Netflix. So right there, we got over 595 and rejected really quick. That's never a good sign. So I cut one, almost $1.50 on those contracts. Right there, I just pulled up the buy screen just to see what my fills were. And now this last contract, I can basically just let run. I have no reason to sell this. Maybe if we get below 593, but this is really just a runner contract, and I almost want to see 600 on it. So here we just closed the first 5-minute candle, and that was a strong close right at 596. So now I want to see a push over 596, and now I'm really starting to think that we might get a play to 600 here. And here's where kind of that kicking myself feeling comes in, where, wow, if I would have held 5 of my contracts, I could have gotten a $2.50 move on 5 contracts. That's $12.50 right there. But like, you can't think that way. You have to lock in your profits first and then let the runner contracts run. But if you don't put yourself in position, you're just going to scalp and then maybe catch a little bit of the move and be out of your entire position. You really have to have the foresight and tell yourself that you're going to let some contracts run. So I told myself that I was going to lock profits, but I wanted to let 5 of the contracts run, and that means scaling out on the way up. So right here we get to 598.5. We're right near 600, and I know that this could be a resistance point, and we might not even break 600. So on this first push up, the contracts were pretty inflated. They were up like $3.50. So I knew that if we got any bit of a pullback, we could see the contracts drop out. So right here we had pulled back. The contracts aren't dropping out much, but if we drop 597, these are probably going to drop a decent bit. So overall, I was really happy with this trade. I had good foresight on it. I rode it most of the way up. And then I was just, once that I was happy with the profits that I had, I cut out of that last contract. And after this trade, because of the way that September has been, it's been a real struggle for me. I just called it on the day. I said, I'm happy with this one trade. I'm happy with almost making $1,000. I'm going to lock those profits and just walk away. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Whenever I have nice 930 one and done trades, I'm going to make videos like this, just because I think that it's really good to see the way the tape moves at 930 and just kind of my thought process taking these trades. So I hope that you liked it. If you want to leave a like, that would be awesome. If you have any thoughts on it or any questions, let me know, and have a good rest of your day.